Hello, I'm Dr. Garfield, and from today's video you'll discover how to develop immunity from the inevitable losses that really strike all of us. So this is when something happens to a beloved or yourself with health or even death, including an animal that may be in your life, or when something very precious to you is taken away from you, whether it be your job or your house or your money, anything like that. This video today is really a lot for the people who have their lives really quite nice, that things are really okay in their lives. And they like their job and they like their partners and all the other little tick boxes that people may have. And if people who are in this very fortunate position really think that, well, things are great, but if I lost it, wow, would I be deep in the can? This video was really for you. And if you've been unhappy with your circumstances, the message I have to these other people is really more obvious for you and also quite valuable. And that is, in both circumstances, people are thinking that what's going on outside in the relationship, in having the money, and having the house, and having the job, and having the health, and having the pet, that's what makes life okay. And when you haven't got it and you ache for it, it's really obvious that you're living from an outside-in experience. You're wanting something from the outside to make you feel okay. But for those people who have all their ducks lined up in a row and are having a similar kind of outside-in experience, it's masked by the wonderfulness of their daily lives. But I've got a challenging question for you. What would it be like if you think of someone or something that is really precious to you? What would it be like if their presence in your life was threatened or you lost them? And the pain of loss is inevitable, kind of obligatory, mandatory. However, the suffering of it is not. If you cannot imagine being able to make it through to the other side of that experience of loss, then that's codependency. That's counting on something outside of you for the nice feelings you've got, and not recognizing and not taking responsibility or credit for generating those wonderful feelings for yourself. So what I'm wanting for you is for you to have a safety that you may not have been aware that you could have before now. And if you can imagine being on a rock face and climbing, I've just taken up climbing so it's in my mind. Being on a rock face, climbing up. And when you're on the rock face, there can be some really scary moments. And, sometimes people slip and scrape and bang and bruise. It's fairly inevitable. The more climbing you do, the more living you do, the more it's going to happen. It's just part of the experience. When someone does not have a safety rope and they slip off the rock and they can't hold on anymore, they fall. And when they fall, there's lots of craggy rocks below to make sure that their end is rather certain. But if you've got a safety rope, when you slip and you get bruised by what's going on for you, you can trust that you're there. You just kind of dangle till you catch your balance again. And you go back on the rock and you keep going. And there's a trust in that rope, being able to lean on that rope. You know that you're okay. And that's exactly what I wish for you. For you to have that safety rope of profound okayness inside of you. The cool thing is that it's already there. All you need to do is acknowledge it. And this safety rope, when inside of you, is your experience of your definite, innate, natural goodness and okayness, no matter what. And I really mean no matter what. And I have an exercise for you that'll help you find that innate okayness. It's called pre-grieving, grieving before the loss occurs, which Stephen Andreas came up with. And it's got 5, maybe 6 steps depending, and it can be tough, so make sure you have the space and even tissues around if you want it. The first step is to imagine the loss of the beloved or the precious. Really imagine it. If it's someone, imagine a car accident or a death. Really allow that and the feelings to come up. It can be intense. Just allow it. And then I invite you to kind of shake that off. Maybe think about what you had for breakfast either this morning or the day before or something like that. And then what I invite you to do next is to go back from a distant way to that experience of loss. What was it that was lacking in your life when you imagine the loss of your beloved or your precious? And what that loss and lack is their gift to you now. If you can allow yourself to experience that goodness, the fullness of that goodness that they give to you, you might want to help yourself by remembering some really nice times with them, by thinking of the nice things that you might want to say to them if they were here now, of what it would be like if they were there now holding your hand, or something like that. So allow yourself to have the fullness of the experience. What would you see? What would you hear? What would you feel? And this next step is a simple continuation of this. For you to recognize right now that you are creating that experience of fullness for yourself. That you are the one making all those wonderful feelings happen for you. And so now I invite you to place all that goodness in your heart. And to store that in your heart. And you allow that to settle in. Feel that fullness inside, the beauty of that. And enjoy. And whilst you're feeling that fullness in your heart, I invite you to test. To imagine going back to step 1 and imagining your beloved or your precious gone, but with the experience of that fullness in your heart. And I invite you to wonder, notice, is this the same or is it different than when I first started on this exercise? And if there's still a lot of overwhelm about the potential loss, then go through it again. Keep repeating until you get to that really knowing that safety rope is in you. It's all there. Your deep okayness, your profound okayness is all there for you. It's already inside of you. I've done this exercise for people that I love in my life, and it is not easy. I know. I feel very emotional saying this. There's the people that I most deeply love in my life remind me to be the best that I can be. And how wonderful it is to have that reminder with me all the time. It's a very precious gift. So, with very best wishes for your complete freedom, for your complete trusting of your own safety rope. Take care and bye for now.